Kalau kita imbas kembali beberapa tahun lepas, ramai orang Barat mengaku mereka ada perasaan takut bila bercakap soal melancong ke negara majoriti Muslim. Dalam fikiran mereka, negara seperti Malaysia dikaitkan dengan pelbagai stereotip negatif. Ada yang fikir undang-undang terlalu ketat, orang tempatan ekstrim dengan agama, tak mesra orang luar, malah ada yang takut kebebasan mereka disekat. Stereotip ni bukan datang secara semula jadi. Ia dibentuk oleh media Barat sendiri yang sering menggambarkan Islam dan negara Muslim sebagai menakutkan, tertutup atau tidak selamat. Bila disebut Malaysia pula, mereka tambah risau sebab nilai-nilai Islam di sini memang kuat dan jelas diamalkan dalam kehidupan seharian. Namun, sebaik sahaja mereka menjejakkan kaki ke Malaysia, semuanya berubah. Apa yang mereka takutkan langsung tak berlaku. Yang berlaku sebaliknya pula membuatkan ramai terdiam dan rasa malu dengan tanggapan sendiri.
When it comes to friendships between races, Malaysia is second to none on the world scene. Every country should have its own street of harmony of Penang, and this is why. When it comes to the coexistence of different religions and races, the world has been recently failing so badly. But here in Malaysia, people of different races and religions seem to know very well how to coexist together. It all started with the Orang Asli, and then the Malays, and then the Chinese sailed along the straits, ending up with the British, hoping to effectuate their power and divide the people of Malaysia, bringing in the Indians. However, upon obtaining its independence, Malaysians demonstrated outstanding unity and really managed to form a national idea around their diversity. So here I am, having witnessed 4 religious monuments in less than a 10-minute walk. This is the lesson that basically the whole world should look carefully at and learn from.
Mereka kagum melihat bagaimana orang Islam di Malaysia hidup harmoni dengan penganut agama lain. Masjid, kuil, gereja dan tokong boleh wujud dalam satu kawasan tanpa konflik besar.
So here's something you won't see in the UK. So you can see behind me here is the mosque, and then behind me here is the church. This is what you call 2 different religions living harmoniously. In fact, you can even see at the church that's the gate, they share the same car park. Unfortunately, in the UK, there's this narrative at the moment, which is that Islam is some sort of a threat to Christianity. But of course, anyone that has studied either of those 2 religions, which if you want an opinion on them, you absolutely should, would know there's absolutely no reason for a mosque and a church not to share the same space. And this, of course, is just one example of the sort of religious harmony you see all over Malaysia, a predominantly Muslim country. However, interestingly enough, I'm currently in a state called Sarawak, which has a Christian majority. Again, an idea in the UK that would absolutely infuriate people. Imagine if you had a Muslim majority in Surrey or something, people would just go insane. In fact, even now when you do start to get bigger Muslim populations in certain towns in the UK, people act as if the entire country is being overrun. See, mosques are not a threat to churches, far from it. The biggest threat to churches in the UK is people not going to them. Church, mosque, everyone getting along. It's really not that difficult, is it?
Di Barat, isu perkauman, agama dan identiti semakin meruncing. Islamofobia semakin kuat, kebencian terhadap pendatang makin terbuka dan toleransi semakin nipis. Ramai pelancong Barat mengaku mereka rasa lebih selamat menjadi diri sendiri di Malaysia berbanding di negara sendiri.
I will never forget my first time visiting a Muslim country, beautiful Malaysia. So I reverted to Islam in Australia, and for about a year and a half after I reverted, I'd never been to a Muslim country. So my first experience in Malaysia, I hop in the Grab and say Assalamualaikum. The brother goes Waalaikumsalam. Dan sebab saya boleh cakap sikit bahasa Melayu, kita cakap dan say, yeah, Alhamdulillah brother, I'm Muslim. And from that first experience, I just feel so welcomed, and I'm giving everyone salam. I'm in the coffee shop, Assalamualaikum, because to me that's like a privilege, because here, I'm not going down to my local pasaraya and saying Assalamualaikum. They'll be like, what are you doing? So I've been to quite a few countries around Asia and Europe, and I'd never experienced anything like this, just feeling at home within the first 5 minutes of being in a brand new country. And subhanallah, seeing masjids and surahs on every corner, the aromas of delicious food, and knowing that it's all halal, I can eat it all, subhanallah. And hearing the azan echo through the streets, oh my goodness, what an experience, alhamdulillah. So my first Jummah in Malaysia, this was incredible. So this was the biggest, most beautiful masjid I've seen in my whole life. And I would say there was 2,000 plus brothers there. And I stood out like a sore thumb, so a lot of brothers were coming up saying hi, give salam. And yeah, just what an experience to be among the rows of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of brothers, all there to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm yet to visit any other Muslim countries. I just keep going back to Malaysia, and inshallah, one day I'll call that home.
Bila kita puji negara sendiri bukanlah bermakna kita nak sombong, tapi ini adalah realiti. Kalau korang perhati negara-negara barat sekarang, isu berkauman dan kebencian terhadap agama tengah memuncak. Bukan kat barat saja, di Indonesia pun lebih kurang sama. Walaupun Indonesia dikenali sebagai negara majoriti Muslim yang besar, isu agama tetap boleh menjadi bahan perbalahan. Di Bali contohnya, Islamofobia semakin ketara. Di media sosial, ada naratif yang menggambarkan Islam sebagai ancaman kepada budaya tempatan. Isu sebegini menunjukkan yang toleransi tak datang secara automatik, walaupun sesebuah negara itu majoriti Muslim atau berbilang kaum. Ia perlu dibina, dipelihara dan diamalkan secara konsisten. Malaysia, walaupun tidak sempurna, berjaya menunjukkan satu model hidup bersama yang relatif stabil. Konflik memang ada, tapi ia tidak dibiarkan membarah hingga merosakkan keharmonian masyarakat. Sebab itulah, bila orang luar melihat Malaysia, mereka nampak sesuatu yang jarang wujud hari ini. Satu keseimbangan antara agama, budaya dan kemanusiaan.